I am Banu Katuraliya, a computer science student from Sri Lanka, and today I will be presenting my research paper titled Review. The problem that I'm trying to solve with my research paper is related to hotels. So the problem is when a tourist visits a hotel, they leave a review based on their experience. Some of these reviews get piled up over time as there are quite a lot of reviews. The thing is, some of these reviews are actually quite long, as shown right here. Since the hotels don't have a dedicated person most of the time to check these reviews, they miss out on the issues that are mentioned. So some of these reviews actually mention some issues that need to be fixed. So if the hotel doesn't actually fix this, that leads to poor maintenance. So this in return will give the hotel a very bad reputation if the hotel doesn't fix this. In solving this problem, it is very important to understand the text and not be dependent on the review rating. Why I say that is evident by this slide. So just look at the left hand side. There you can see that the review rating is 1 and there are many maintenance issues mentioned. On the right hand side, however, the review rating is 4, but still we can find issues in that. So if you just consider with the rating and just discard some reviews, you might actually be missing some things out. So this is why it's very important to analyze all the reviews, all the text using natural language processing to understand what is exactly wrong with the hotel so that the hotel management can go ahead and fix it. This is why the solution that I came up with can identify issues, categorize issues, bulk upload issues, review reviews, search reviews, and optionally manage a to-do list as well. This is a quick glance at the rich picture diagram of my system. The research questions addressed by my project are to identify the types of maintenance issues in my project and to see if machine learning and natural language processing techniques can be used to identify maintenance issues. Initially, before starting the project, I gathered all the requirements by sending out 2 questionnaires to 15 selected hotels as well as 202 regular customers. 65.3% of the customers agreed that they leave reviews in the hotel after they stay, and all the hotels I contacted agreed that there is a need for a system like Revyew. There are some existing solutions available for hotel management, but none of them address the key areas that the project Revyew is trying to solve, which are trying to analyze user reviews and automatically identify maintenance issues. As a computer science student, I did a lot of research before identifying a good solution for the problem that I identified. These are some of the techniques I looked at. I looked at binary, multi-class and multi-label classifiers, feature extraction using TF-IDF, sentiment analysis, n-grams, regular expressions, and apart from that I even researched on aspect-based sentiment analysis and multi-label classification. Finally, this is the approach that I came up with for my project, and I will be using a supervised machine learning approach to solve the problem that I identified. Having a look at the high-level architecture of my system, the system has a 3-tier architecture and the presentation layer contains the web application which I developed using Flask along with Python. The domain logic layer contains the logic of the solution, and here I will be using NLTK along with Python as it is one of the best available languages for machine learning and natural language processing projects. I will also be using libraries such as scikit-learn and matplotlib to build the backend functionality of my system, and the data storage layer will contain the datasets used for my project, which were mainly handled using pandas, and the data storage were done using pickles. There are actually 2 implemented components, the Python backend with NLTK and the Flask frontend with HTML. I also use 4 classifiers here, which are support vector machines, multinomial, naive Bayes, random forest, and logistic regression. All the functional and non-functional requirements of the system were tested using the given methods. This slide shows the test results for the binary classifier. The accuracy of the primary binary classifier used in the final system is 92.17%. the accuracy of the other classifiers along with the confusion matrix and ROC curve for the SVM classifier is shown in this slide. As evident by the bar chart and the performance matrices, the SVM classifier performs best. This is further detailed in the research paper. This slide shows the findings for the multi-class classifier. In the multi-class classifier, the system gets an accuracy of 55.56%. The SVM classifier again performs best in this case along with the performance matrices. The reason why the accuracy is low here is because the data set is not that big. That is further elaborated in my research paper. The reason why I didn't use aspect-based sentiment analysis for this is because I saw a lot of people have actually used aspect-based sentiment analysis for categorization. But I wanted to try out multi-class classification for this problem so that I can add this new thing into the domain. This slide shows the breakdown of all the classifiers. Altogether I have used 8 classifiers, 4 binary classifiers along with 4 multi-class classifiers, out of which in both cases the support vector machine classifier performs best. Evaluations were carried out using both qualitative and quantitative methods, and 22 people were directly interviewed, which included the hotel management, domain experts and industry experts. Some of the key evaluations are given in this slide. I have even made a video detailing my solution and how it works, and I sent a questionnaire to gather the responses, which is detailed in this project. Due to the limited time frame that I had to complete this project, I was only able to complete this project to support the English language. The system was not trained to handle negations and therefore is out of the scope, and misspelled words are not considered. However, I have added an extra component to the system which automatically corrects the spellings. The future enhancements of this system are listed here, and the key future enhancement is to try to use a different approach such as a deep learning approach to make the system even smarter. The research project Revyew fills the research gap identified and proves that the SVM classifier performs best in the domain area for the binary classifier as well as the multi-class classifier. Room, washroom and electrical issues were identified as maintenance issues, and food and other categories were also identified as recurring issues in reviews. The project review answers the research questions initially mentioned and shows that it is possible to use the multi-class classifier to categorize maintenance issues. I have compared 4 binary classifiers and 4 multi-class classifiers to see which one performs best, and that is the main research contribution. Also, as a domain contribution, I will be helping out hotels to easily identify issues. Listed here are the ethical, legal, social and professional issues of the project. The best standards were used for the completion of the project. In conclusion, the research gap identified by this project has been covered up, and the research questions that were identified initially have been answered. All the functional and non-functional requirements of the system have also been achieved. I even implemented some extra features to enhance the system overall and designed an attractive user interface as well. I use proper coding practices when implementing this solution. I have also proved that it is feasible to use machine learning and natural language processing techniques to analyze hotel reviews and identify maintenance issues. Thank you. Now let's move on to the demo. In order to demonstrate my system, let me first run the program by using the command python3 app.py. I have coded in an initializing sequence where it will show which model it will be using and the accuracy along with the precision, recall and all of those data in this. It will actually take the backend algorithms around 10 minutes to run and see which one performs best. So once that's done, let me come back and demonstrate my system. This is the implemented web application made using Flask and Python. So it has 3 options. One is to view the reviews. So here the hotel management personnel can go into any of the booking websites and check all of their reviews. And then we also have searching for reviews, so they can just select a travel aggregator and give a date range and see the reviews that are left. Apart from that, there is also about section, a contact section, and also a help section which explains how to use this system step by step. So the main functionality of the system lies here, which is submitting of the reviews. Submitting of the review is the main research component that I have implemented. So this is the interface that I have built for that, and here the user can either type something or copy paste something, or just go ahead and upload a CSV. So let me just show that screen. So here the user can go ahead and select any file and then upload it to the system. This, I call this the CSV bulk uploader. So you can directly download a CSV from a travel aggregator such as Agoda or booking.com and go ahead and do that. So for this example, I will be using this paragraph. So actually, for the demonstration, I'll be using something like everything was fine and awesome, but table lamp was broken. Food is awesome and tasty. There was only cold water in the bathroom. Not enough space to store luggage, blah blah blah. So here, if you see, there are good things about the hotel and there are some bad things, some things that are wrong with the hotel. So ideally what should happen is that the system should be able to discard all the good things like this and only show the mistakes or the issues that are there with the hotel. So let's go ahead and submit this into the system, and in this screen it actually categorizes all of the issues. So here it actually lists all the issues that it actually found out, like the table lamp broken, cold water bathroom, not enough space to store, price is high, blah blah blah. And on the right hand side it actually categorizes. This part is done using the multi-class classifier. This is done using the binary classifier. So the since the accuracy of the multi-class classifier is not that high, the categorization actually doesn't happen really well. So apart from that, I have also made a to-do list. So here actually the hotel personnel can go ahead and select the issue and select the responsible person for that and just go ahead and assign it to the list. So I have just added this as a extra feature into the system. However, this is the these are the issues that have been identified. So this is a completely automated system, so it's pretty easy for anyone to make use of. So that's the demonstration of the review system. Finally, thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and if you have any type of questions, feel free to drop an email to me at banu@androdollar.com, and my website for this project is review.androdollar.com. So you can go ahead and check it out for more information about this project.